Okay, welcome back to turn 3, and we're coming back. Just a little bit of a recap from last turn, turn 2. We've got our Italian infantry on the Bersaglieri on the board and moved up there. And then we've also, the Italian armor tank commander had knocked out one AT gun down here to the south, right in this area, right here. So that was the big news there. Also, we pressed forward up the northern track and trying to get as far as we can up here to establish a line so we can figure out what's here and figure out who's going in what direction, because we've got two directions to go on here and we're going to have to figure out who's going to go which way. So with that, let's get on with 2 and 3. So we come to our spotting phase. All the Italian vehicles are spotted, just real simple. I'm not going to go through the details on that. And the same thing for the activated Commonwealth units. They're spotted because they fired, so that would be a +3, -2 for the rough terrain behind them there. So that's pretty straightforward. Everybody's spotted. The hidden stuff is too far away for anybody to be seen, and most of them are in rocks as well, so that gives a -2 to their spotting. So it makes it really tough for them to see. So let's move on to the command phase. Now with our command phase, I start out here, all my recon, the Italian reconnaissance units, the AB-41s. They get their own command, one nice thing about them. And then the Italian tanks down here, they're only going to get 4 because they had 3 of them knocked out. Well, one of them knocked out, 2 of them bailed out. So they get 4 commands on there. So I'm going to place those. Again, some fire, some short halts, some moves, and whoops, I get ahead of myself here. There we go. Yeah, it's going to be 4 of them. One of these tanks down here is not going to be moving because I don't have enough commands to cover them. Remember, these guys are regular, so their command span is only their hex. They can't span multiple hexes. So this guy will have a no command on here eventually. Here, I put that on. I think I forgot right now. Then the Italian Bersaglieri units, they are going to have 7 commands. So I'm going to go ahead and set those up. Most of these are going to be moves. I did put a fire marker on the Semverti 75s to also support the attack on the 2-pound AT gun down here. And let's see what else we got. Lots of moves. He's not moving. The other 75 up here is not going to be moving. We'll just leave him alone for now, try to keep them together. And then this turn we also get the German Panzer company coming on board. That's a mixture of Panzer 3s, 4s, and some Pumas. No, excuse me, not Pumas, but PSW 231s coming on board here as well. And they'll come on somewhere over in this area. I'm not 100% sure yet. So they get 7 commands as well. Disperse them out here like so. There we go. Let's see, what am I looking at here? Oh yeah, now I'm doing command check for these guys to see if they've got fire commands. Commonwealth. And they will have fire commands. And so, oh no, the rifle doesn't. The rifle is actually going to be building a hasty entrenchment over there, so we'll get no command. So we'll have the anti-tank gun shooting at us, right off. So that's all for the command phase. I'm happy with that from our perspective. The initiative +20 needs greater than 50. Last couple turns we didn't get it. Let's see. All right, this time we really got it. 87 +20 is 107. So we're going to be the first player. That's good. So we'll be able to shoot. So we're going to go straight at it. right here. Now, I did miss something. I'm going to correct this later on. The indirect fire happens before the direct fire commands. I got a little excited here, got the command, or got the initiative, and was really wanting to take a shot at this anti-tank gun. So I went quick here. You'll see later on that this artillery is going to land right about here for the indirect fire. So it's not going to have an effect on any shooting that I do over in this area. So moving on here, we're going to go with an attack over here. Here's the combat phase. Oh no, I did get it right. Okay, must have been one of the other turns. Apologize for that. So I did get it right, and that's where it does land. Right on our, there's two recon units right here that are moving, and they're going to get pounded with artillery, but hopefully they'll just possibly just get suppressed. So on the AB-41s, just two of them here. So first one, it's a miss, and the second one is a miss there as well. All right, but that's going to hinder us a little bit. Just a real quick pause here. That's going to hinder us because if we try to move our units through there right now, they're going to get hit with artillery. The other thing that's interesting too is because they have moving, once they voluntarily move into the hex, they don't get a negative modifier for the artillery effect on them. They'll get the armor negative modifier, but they will not get the moving negative modifier. They have to be, to get the moving negative modifier, they have to be within the sheaf pattern initially to get the negative effect on there. So that's why these guys, were missed. They were moving, but they hadn't moved to a new hex yet. A little awkward, but it works. It kind of fits the gap of trying to simulate, who's getting shot under the artillery, as well as simulating somebody trying to run through it as well. So with that being said, there's our artillery. Now we come on to our direct fire. Germans and Italians first, of course. So here we go. The Semiverti is going to fire at, that should actually be 75, not 40. Oh, no, that is 40-41. It's a 75-18. At AT2, long range, medium cover. So he's going to suppress on 57 to 77, 51 to 77. It'll be effective on greater than 78. So let's see, the fire gets a 92. There we go. Nice 75 shell hits right smack dab in the middle of it. Knocks out that AT gun. I noticed I put light cover in there. It should have been a heavy cover. I think I calculated that for heavy cover in there as well. But anyways, we would have gotten him anyways at 92. That the one step of cover wouldn't have changed it that much, I don't think. So moving along here, so he's destroyed. All right, that gives us a good breather that he will not knock us out, and that actually gives us some victory points as well. Not much, doesn't countermand those three, the one unit we've lost already, but it comes close. So the second one is going to fire at the rifle unit, and he's in heavy cover, medium cover, entrenched, long range as well, suppressing a 66 to 92, effective 93 or greater. Gets a 65, just misses a suppress. So he puts a shell close, but the rocks protect him. So moving along here, now we've got our M14 41s. The command tanks over here taking shots at the same target. They'll calculate at medium cover, hasty entrenchments. They'll calculate at 70 to 95, 96 or greater to be effective. Their shot is a suppression, so they actually suppress them. So that was a good hit on them, and they'll become suppressed here in a second. There we go, suppressed. And then the second one taking a shot, they roll a 3, and that doesn't do anything for us. they will just be suppressed. Well, actually, just anything below, anything that's suppressed doesn't affect anything because they're already suppressed. They would need an effective shot to do any damage. So, okay. So now the moving unit down here is doing a short halt. He's going to get the fire at him. Again, just doing it for the fact of doing it. It's going to suppress, but it's really not going to do anything. So that's effectively a miss. Okay, CW direct fire, Commonwealth. There is none. He doesn't have the range and doesn't really have a shot on them or actually he was digging in, so he doesn't have a shot. So nobody has a shot with him there. So that's the end of the direct fire. Now we move into the move phase. So we'll check for close assault and hand-to-hand. There is none. Nobody's that close to do that. So now we'll check for the hidden units, if they have any move commands on here. Just a real quick run through over here. And I think one unit got, I should zoom this back out a little bit. One unit got a hasty entrenchment someplace here. I think it was this guy. Oh, no, this guy went full cover. That's right. Second company gets a hasty entrenchment up there. And the rest of these are not very exciting. There's another full cover right down here that appears. And otherwise, it's not very exciting. So no real movement, pretty much sticking to their spots for now. German and Italian move. So here we go. I'll zoom us back in here a little bit so you can see our movement. So actually I'm going to zoom out just one. There we go. That's a little bit better so we can see it all. So we're going to come over here. These guys are going to come down. Now, without the threat of the AT gun, they're going to go after that infantry, get that out of there. So they do have the AT rifle, which is still dangerous. So, oh, actually, I reversed that. I wanted them to come over here, just so they're a little bit closer to their command unit. Because, see, he's going to go over there, or try to get over there eventually. And he moves up there. Now we've got some of the infantry units moving up over here. And some more to support the attack on the rifle, poor rifle unit down here. And just checking some ranges. And here we got some more movement. The rifle company can move up there. And that, again, here you see the power of track and road movement, because it's really double, cross-country movement with trucks on here. So they can move really, really fast. You saw some of these guys moving off-road. And you can see they barely move. These guys are twice as far ahead on there as well. So that's why you really want to stay on the tracks and roads, particularly in a scenario like this where you're attacking and need to cover a lot of ground. Here we got the recon units coming up. And there goes over there. Now, he should have been, yeah, no, he doesn't get attacked because the sheaf just goes to that point. So he just moved out of there and he's okay. He doesn't get attacked. And then what else we got here? He's moving up there, just staying out of range, just getting in position. And he's going to be, that enemy hex down here actually built a hasty entrenchment for his turn. They didn't take a shot at him. And let's see what else we got coming on board here. So now here becomes the PSW 231s and the German Panzer units, the 3s and 4s moving up the track. Now that they've got pretty much a clear way of going without threats of anti-tank fire, all of them can kind of stack up right there. So that I think is a, yeah, that's an overstack. No, that's stacked six units, so they're within stacking. Remember, you can overstack. 6 is the limit. You overstack, and there's some spotting and firing issues that you've got to deal with. So you can put as many units as you want in there, just, becomes more of a concentration. Okay, so now we're into the pivot and turret adjustment phase. I don't think there was anything. Yeah, there's nothing there. There's no full cover from my perspective. Suppression removal. So this is where this guy, I corrected this later, but he should have gone to an off instead of a on. Yeah, there he goes. And then we got morale. There's no morale, and the command markers there. So there we have it. Turn 3 is done. So we've taken out the other anti-tank gun. We've kind of really limited the Commonwealth player over here, kind of exploiting this and getting up as quick as possible. So with that, we'll move on to turn 4. Okay, welcome back to turn 4. We're running this together with turn 3 here, so I won't give a update. You should have seen that in the prior segment there. So we're on to turn 4. Let's check out our spotting phase. Nothing really has changed too much here, so spotting phase is going to be pretty quick. Everybody can spot the rifled ATR unit. He is now limited spotting. He can see roughly about up to here. I think it's about 10 hexes that he'll be. No, actually, he'll be able to see 20 hexes. Because they're moving and he's spotted. So they'll be able to see everything around here, or he will be able to see everything around there. So the spotting is pretty straightforward. Nobody has revealed themselves up here yet. So, not much really going on here. We got the command phase. Our Italian tank company gets 4 commands. And remember, the recon units automatically get 1 each. But we're setting these guys up to move and a fire. He's going to open fire on them, try to keep them suppressed so the infantry can come up and take them out. The other guys are going to move up here to try to keep the command range, because the commander is back here, and these guys are going to start getting, out of range, and that's not good, because that cuts down our commands. So some of them are going to get no command. You see, they're going to get no command. They've moved out ahead on there. So our Bersaglieri, yeah, I can pronounce this, Bersaglieri company, they're going to get commands. Again, 7. They haven't taken any losses yet. And I think they're primarily going to be all moves. Oh, I do have a fire. There's a supporting fire over there as well. From the 75s back there. The Semiverti 75s are going to get that. And just checking some ranges here, and he's just, don't think he's going to do anything. He's moving, just checking command ranges. That's what I'm doing there. Yeah, they're going to get no commands. And then we've got up here our recon units. They're going to get moves. He's going to get an overwatch. So I think what I'm going to do is have this guy right here come up and be the trigger point for this guy, and then he can do an overwatch on him if he proves to be a dangerous crew. This guy, of course, he's going to be the one taking the bullet, or hopefully missing the bullet, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, now our Panzer company down here, they get 7 commands. Again, going to be moving for the most part. Got a lot of extra ones there for them. And then we've got our infantry company, our German infantry company. They're going to get 12 commands. They've got a lot of units coming on board here. I'm going to try to keep them together, but we'll put out all the commands for them to be able to move on. All right, here we go. Now the one rifled unit there who's activated, he's going to get a no command for that, because he's gonna, as part of the solo rules, if you have a enemy unit that is suppressed, they automatically go with no command unless they have somebody in a point blank range. Now the other thing to remember too with this, if you're playing with the advanced rules, you probably want to play with the defensive fire rule, because that what that says, if they get fired upon, they can fire back on somebody who's shooting at them with penalties, but they can fire back. So in this case, if these units fire on him over here, he could potentially take a shot back. It's going to be a tough shot because he's suppressed. There's Overwatch modifiers and other such things, so it's a pretty low odds shot, but he can shoot back just in case he rolls low on there as well. So is kind of useful, and they will attempt to recover during the suppression recovery phase. Okay, so here we go with the initiative. Plus 20 and greater than 50. Come on, let's get it. 40 plus 20 is 60. We are going to get the initiative, and we will be the first player. That's good. We'll hopefully take him out and clear this area off so that we can get set up to move down the road and move down the track over here. So here we go. First phase. Here's where I made the mistake and didn't do the artillery, indirect artillery fire, and I correct that later on, and you'll see it doesn't affect any of the firing that's down here. So here we go. The Semmerverti is going to shoot at the rifle ATR unit down here. Medium cover, this time I got it right. Hasty entrenchment. And he's going to suppress him from 79 to 100. So he can't effectively knock him out, but he could suppress him to keep the suppression on there and just keep their heads down. But he rolls a 53, and that's a miss. And then we go forward with the second one, same shot, rolls a 35, that's a miss. So can't get another hit on them, even though they hit him first time. So now we'll go down here to our other guys, these guys down here, 114 and 115. They're going to take a shot at him, and he needs a medium cover hasty. So suppress on 71 through 98 and a 99 and a 00. He gets a hit. We roll a 94. Ooh, a little short to get an effective hit, but we do suppress him, so that puts him back to a suppression on. All right, that's good. That's actually a good hit because that'll mean they'll stay suppressed. We can try to get this infantry up here and hand to hand with them and take them out. Okay, second shot, pretty much the same odds. Rolls even closer. 97. 2 points short. So again, suppressed, but it doesn't really make any difference because they're already suppressed. That's a little frustrating when you get a couple of hits and they both get suppressions. They don't do any more damage on there, but they're tough. Infantry is tough to take out, full squad all at once by a single tank, that is. Okay, so their defensive fire, you can see there's a lot of modifiers on here. They're going to fire back at 114. It's going to be a medium range. It's defensive fire. It's target size. Shooter suppressed. So it's going to be he needs less than or equal to 10. So it's a 10% chance of a hit. And they roll a 59, so it's a miss. All right, so it's a miss. And even if they hit him, I think their armor is about like a 6-4 or 7-4, something like that. So really tough shot to get at there. So, and here's where I correct my indirect fire. So this is, I just did it last. Again, the roll on this rolls a 31, and the indirect fire winds up here this time. So it didn't affect any of the shooting, which I was quite happy about within there. Doesn't affect anybody. Came close to this recon unit, but just missed them. This also helps me too, because now we can move up units up this track a little bit farther without the effect, barrage effect on the units. So continuing on here, there's no hand-to-hand or close assault. We move to the Commonwealth's move. So here we go, checking all the units here. Let me zoom us back out just so that we can see what is what on there. And apologize for that. Okay. Yeah, so we'll just zoom out. So there's no movements yet. So continue to, there's a full cover comes out there someplace. This is all first company on there. Ooh, I do have a move here on H6. Let's see where that is. Right down here, this guy right here. So let me zoom in a little bit. And there we have it. Yeah, this guy gets a move command. Now he's in full cover. So that means he can still move, you know, but it's going to be, you know, just one hex, which is pretty much going to be it that they can move. So they're going to move back one hex. And that's it. So now that's all the movement for first company. Let's zoom it back out a minute. Going to second company, not much here. There's a lot of stuff here, but not much going on with it. Yeah, they're all just, oh, there's one move right there, okay. Okay, so there's one move, where is he? Right over here. Defensive posture. Oh, here he is over here, right down in the corner. Really not going to have much effect at the moment, but he's going to move into the, most likely into his victory hex right next door to him right there, and just kind of reinforce that hex. So he moves over there, and there we go. Okay, next group. Maybe two, some more full covers, and that's about it. So let's just scroll over here and scroll down here. So now it's our turn, our movement. So here we go, a lot of moving here. We get some of the Italian tanks. These are the 1441s moving up. Again, cross country, so it's going to be slow movement on there. And let's see, here we go. Couple things here. One right here with the German movement. And let's zoom in here a little bit for you. One of the units deployed from the truck. The mortars actually deployed from the truck, so they could take a shot at these guys as well as potentially helping out with some support fire on these guys over here. They deployed into the scrub. When they dismount, they just need to have a move. They basically can go in the hex or any adjacent hex when they dismount. The truck still has 2 movement points if it wants, but he's going to stay right there because he's the one that's attached to it. And that'll be it. We've got some more trucks coming up here. This is the second platoon coming up. I think we've got, yeah, 2 trucks here and then one back here that's going to be coming up, or not this turn, but next turn, and they'll deploy. Now we come up north, and here we're going to get a triggering action right there. He's going to take he's going to check for command. And he's going to have an overwatch, so he's going to take a shot. Now, this is going to be a 2-pounder AT shot, medium range, small target, moving 35 or less to hit. Rolls a 66, so that's a miss. So now both of these guys can spot him because he fired. That's going to be a +3, which is definitely going to counteract the rough terrain effects there for spotting. And they get the activation roll. They do get something. Check the number of units. We get 2 units over there. Now we get the units themselves. And this is going to be a rifle unit with a ATR, just like we saw before, and then a 3-inch mortar. That's going to wind up over here as well. So we're going to get both of those, and just rolling for location. And just figuring out where they're positioned. So there we go. So we got the 3-inch mortar in the actual rough terrain, and then we get the ATR just sitting outside of that. That's a kind of a dangerous spot for them, but they may get entrenched just like the mortar is over here. So, with that first shot, it was an AT shot and it missed. Kind of simulates the mortar firing over there. Not quite as good to to get the shot, get the kill on them. So that's why they're still in good shape. So now checking some more range, but there's nothing they can do. So they're going to stop there. Now this guy can overwatch one of these units. So he's going to take a shot, this 132, that's this guy right up here who's in Overwatch, right there. It's going to fire at the ATR. That's probably the more dangerous one for us right now. It's a long range shot, Overwatch, suppress on 48 to 75, effective on 76 or greater. Also 6, that's a miss, so no chance at him. Okay, coming back to our other guys, we're moving this guy down to the south. He's going to team up with his other buddy right here, right in this hex right here. And, you know, they're going to help scout for the tanks and the Bersaglieri units moving up there. I'm going to get this right one of those days. So, anyways, moving along here. Now we've got the German scouts, the 231s moving up just to the edge of the artillery. We're not going in there. That'd be real dangerous. And then we've got the Panzer IIIs moving up there as well in column. Next, we've got the German infantry. They're coming on board and moving up here, just straight up the road in column all together. So nothing real big. So then we go into the adjustment phase. No pivot, no adjustments. There's no change on there. There's no full cover by myself. Now suppression, the ATR down here, he can flip back to a suppression off. There we go. And there'll be no morale adjustments. The counters come off, and there we go. End of turn 4. So with that, let me zoom us out here for a moment. Take a long view of this. See where we are. Ooh, there we go. So we are making some decent progress over here. We still have this one infantry unit that can be thorn in our side we'll have to take out. But our units are moving up the tracks in decent shape. The Panzer company is moving up here in very good shape, as well as the infantry support for the Germans. So they'll move up this track and come around per my initial attack plan. We've got a couple Italian units up here. They will be scouting, try to get these guys discovered, more of these discovered first, so that when the Panzers come up here, they can just attack and hopefully just blow right through them. Meanwhile, the Italians will roll up this track, try to discover these, and hopefully they'll both kind of meet in the middle over here, and then start their attack on the hill going down this way. So, hope you've enjoyed these couple turns. Not a lot of action, just a little bit of action, a lot of movement, which is, you know, usually typical with this until we get closer again. But please like the video if you really like this, and follow along. Like I said, I got a playlist of this. I posted that up there. You can find the latest and greatest videos right on that playlist. Also subscribe to my channel. That's also a big help, and you'll get notified when the new ones come out. So, you know, I'll be playing this for a while. Hopefully I'm getting into the groove that maybe I can get 2 turns going at a time, and well, you know, we'll get cranked through this in a couple weeks. But I really enjoy this, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this too, because I think it really gives a good story, good narrative coming out of here, particularly where I got nailed over here with the 3 tanks in the beginning. So I'm already at a deficit that I got to fight back from, so got to stay tuned for that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.